It's your girl Tasni Shay, and welcome to Tuesday's Tea. Okay, so we got with my girl
Naja.
All right, you want to tell them like any of your handles, or anything for them to follow you on?
So my Instagram is Nadaja, so that's NASUHHH.
And so to tune on to this show, you will have to go onto Instagram and click Tuesday's Tea. Tuesday's Tea is basically just a show that is a safe space. So it's basically life after high school and talk about it all. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So the first topic we're going to touch on is life after high school. How did you feel after you graduated from high school?
Like after high school, I went straight to college, but that was like, I went straight to college and then I started working.
I don't know.
I was like, because very much Jaguars.
We tigers.
Wait, don't come to me. Mr. Sanders, don't come to me.
It was definitely like, I was definitely super excited. You know, I graduated at 17, so you know, my little self was ready to take it on.
Same.
It was fun. Like, the summer after high school, I definitely, like, was turned up.
If my friends see that, y'all know what we did.
Got to Jackson State and baby,
JSU.
it was great. I was outside. Nobody could tell me nothing.
Lit.
I was just outside. Like, it was fun.
How's the HBCU experience? Tell me about that. What's that?
It's giving. Where have you been all my life?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I love being at HBCU. Like, no hate to my girlies or my boys that go to PWIs, but I just feel like HBCUs is where it's at for black people. Like, the experience, the culture, like, when they be on Twitter, like, oh my God, we be living the same life. It's literally like that, and like in college, get turned up. Like, and it's great to see black people like doing their stuff. Like, we all be having fun, but at the end of the day, we all be on business. So I think that's definitely the goal of everything. Like,
I love it.
Seeing it just kind of make you motivated in yourself. Like, as what you are right now is where would you have saw yourself like this when you right when you graduated high school? Like, no.
No.
I don't think I would have either.
Oh my God. Like, when I say from like 16, 17-year-old Naja to 20-year-old Naja, it's like 20 going on 21. It's such a different, like, that time span, that those life experiences have been so different. Like, I was just like chill. I didn't really do much. I just, like, you know, play some sports, talk to a few people, all that cool stuff. Afterwards, it was like it really felt like adulting. Like, position I'm in, like how I'm living, I would not have saw that coming at all. What about you?
No, I could just say that wholeheartedly. Like, seeing myself now, I don't think I would have thought I would have been in this position. And that's not like a bad thing or nothing. It's just like the experiences that I went through. I'm not saying I would regret them, but I would do a little bit of stuff differently.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because, like, that goes from surrounding myself with certain people, or like certain just being in like the whole thing, like being an adult now and like been through a whole apartment already, like been through a whole bunch of college and friends and seeing all these different type of people and how they like coexist in the world.
For sure. Like,
but nonetheless, I love the lessons that I learned
early, like 20s. I say up to 25. Definitely Hot Mess Express. Like, you are experiencing so much stuff that you would not even like think you would be experiencing, because it's just like you're transitioning from kid, so being told what to do, how to do it, everything, where to go to school, everything, and then transitioning into like just go on. Like, you just have to be on, like, you gotta figure it out. Like, it's not like mama, daddy, like whoever gonna help you, grandma. Like, you gonna have that support system if that's what you have, obviously. But if you don't, and then even if you do, it's still hard. It's like getting older. I'll be like, bro, if I don't go get it, who gonna go get it for me? Nobody. Like,
so if there are any like high school listeners to us or anybody that's about to graduate, what's one piece of advice that you would give them? Like, segueing into adulthood.
You are who you surround yourself with. And as much as you don't want to believe that, as much as you like want to think like, oh no, my friends cool, like they cool, like we different. No, you're the same. Because you are who you hang with, you are who you be with. Yes, y'all can, you know, have different paths obviously in life, but if your friend going down but you with them, you are likely you're gonna go down with them. Like, sometimes you have to step away from I want to be with my friends all the time, or I want to, you know, always be with certain people, because you will never learn yourself. Like that's how I found love in myself, like in the stuff I love, my passions, my hobbies, my relationships, like stepping away from like everybody, everything, just like life itself, the world. You? Well, give them some advice. They need some.
My piece of advice to everybody would just be like, to be yourself. Like, and when I say be yourself, like true wholeheartedly be yourself. Like that sounds like some advice. And even when I used to hear when older people used to tell me like why would I always be myself? But no, it's so quick and easy to lose yourself and get caught up with this stuff. Like when I say wholeheartedly be you, it's easy to be to put on the front and be what everybody else wants you to be. You're gonna have times where you by yourself and you lonely, like, but that's okay. Like those are great times. Like you're a diamond in the rough at those points. 9 times out of 10, the people that are supposed to be around you and the opportunities that are for you and truly for you will come to you naturally. Like they just gonna come around for you. And everything else, you just gotta put the footwork in. As long as you're a dedicated person, it's all gonna fall in for you.
It's definitely okay to not follow the crowd. People tell me you're different. That makes me feel so good, because in a generation full of that all want to be the same, they all trying to get a meal, they all trying to get a bag, they all trying to get BBL, they all trying to get all of that. They trying to be the thickest, the finest, the richest. It's okay to be just you. It's okay to be regular. What works for you? Like don't let this get you. Don't let this get you, bro, because it will get you.
Look, so the dating scene. Within our generation, like this dating scene or like this sneaky link, like so are you single or are you taken? Well, it's complicated.
Bang, no, stop. No, I'm taking.
Period.
What about you? Close friends, interesting.
I'm actually dating.
Oh, I should have said that.
I'm dating.
I'm nobody's girlfriend.
I'm dating.
So we're dating.
I'm saying specify dating.
Let me ask a
question.
question. What's dating? Because I feel like our generation has turned talking into dating.
The stages of the relationship are definitely like talking,
communicating.
Well, that's what I mean. When somebody say talking, that just means having a conversation. As a grown person, that's just having a conversation. Sure. And like, I feel like there's dating, which is like when y'all go on dates, y'all are cool with like exploring fun things that y'all do. And then there's dating exclusively, which is pretty much like a relationship. Like that's that point of being like, okay, you my boyfriend, you my girlfriend.
Right. Like our generation don't know. I feel like personally, they don't know how to date
at all. They talking, you're my man.
Real bad. Don't he talk to and oh, okay, my bad. Dating in our generation is it's an entity in itself.
I don't even think that people actually go on intellectual dates, like a museum or an aquarium.
Not at all.
Or like things that are actual like interactive and y'all have fun and getting to know each other. Like I feel like the movies and out to eat is the only dates that everybody know. Like I feel like when it comes down to our generation, like gifting, they expect like this big ass extravagant thing, and
people
like,
do not know the sentiment of a card.
That or even like
am I lame?
that matter, roses, chocolate. Like,
am I lame because I want to like write you a letter?
No,
they gonna she'll pick me.
No, not a pick me, baby.
Girl, boom. I don't want to be picked. Like, leave me alone. I feel like we don't value dating and relationships because we don't value love.
Yes.
We don't know what it means.
We're not
love.
We're not the old school generation of love. Like, yeah, but like when a boy is picking me up from here, I still make him come to the door so you can see my mama, my daddy. Like, say hey, like my mama, my daddy need to set eyes on you before I go outside.
Oh God, not my mama. What's the first name, last name? What's the ad? I be like, dang, girl, he like 25. Don't pull up with that call out.
Why don't nobody understand that? Please
Don't pull up with that
neighborhood.
music blast. I'm sorry, call me lame, but I'm not going out with you after a certain time. Cause that's crazy.
Can we talk?
Why are you trying to link with me to go get some food at 10 o'clock?
Just deal with this boy, and he's growner than me. So you just have to understand what I'm saying. After a certain time, ain't nothing. Oh, I'm old fashioned. Ain't nothing open but some legs. And even if we were to go out at an evening time, you can come get me from out the crib at like 6, 7 o'clock, and we can be
And
out.
that's a day. That's a
And
day.
that's
Like as a
cool.
grown adult.
That's
That's after work. That's I got time to get.
I done got
get
home,
dressed,
took a shower.
6 or 7. That's acceptable. Honestly, I do not be feeling like comfortable. Like me making you feel sometimes so uncomfortable. And I'm sorry, like I'm not a man basher. I'm not a man hater. I like men.
Like, men, I don't know. Like men don't get the subtle, like trying not to be mean. Like, okay, but this is
They don't
not
get
for
the.
me. They don't get the memo. Yeah, like the no, but without saying no. Like I feel like women can peep the no without saying no.
Yeah.
Like we can peep that when somebody else do it.
Oh, we definitely can peep the rejection. That some women cannot. Yeah, most women we can peep the I see what you on.
Y'all should just take heed to like how that girl is. Like you can't approach everybody the same caliber of girls that you can approach however you want to approach. But there's women that you have to take your time out to have a calculated approach.
Yes. And it's not even me thinking I'm too good.
No, it's standards.
It's standards. Like, look, man, my newest theory, men like the challenge. That's it, that's all. Once the challenge is completed, they are done.
I could agree with that. In our generation, see that's happening. No shade, no T-twist, nobody. Girls are getting baby mama.
About the epidemic of this here crack pipe. Let's talk about it. Why are these girls being 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. Why are you allowing a man to tie you down to the point where you will not have over 18 years of freedom of just you anymore after that day? Like, oh, at your peak, you letting the man, when you look the best, your body the best, everything the best, you out here getting the best amount of money you can make, everything, you letting the man
slow you down, baby. Slow you
get
down.
you where he.
Get me wrong. Like,
No
I know
shade,
y'all
no
love
tea.
y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing crazy
It's nothing
to it.
against the mamas.
It's nothing. It's nothing
We
against
love
y'all.
the mamas. I support the mamas. I give. If my friends having a kid, my friends have kids. I have friends with kids.
Like
I'm there for
wholeheartedly
y'all.
support
We locked in. That's just not my journey.
That's not my steal up.
And that's no shade, no tea. Like, I respect y'all. I give y'all my wholehearted support because I know I've seen what it takes to become a mother. It's not easy, and it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
So serious. Like, to me, I feel like our generation, that's one thing they do not take serious. They do not take bringing life into the world serious.
No.
They don't. Up at 2 a.m, you got work in a few hours, or you don't have no money. You just use your last money on some Pampers. And I'm not saying every mama gonna have it bad, like, or living like that. But when you in those circumstances that you really just, you have to be a mother. Those times when you can't just be Taj, or you can't just be Naja. You have to be there for that baby.
You're
like,
not you no more.
You're
Like,
not.
you're not living for yourself no more at all.
And at that point, that's when you can take me out the equation. Shade no tea, like you said. I have not experienced life enough to give myself to someone else. I don't even feel like I know enough to
I was
even
just
give
gonna
to
say,
a
I don't
baby.
feel like I can, or even just enough to provide for me and a child. When I think about that, I think about me having my own car that's secure, paid off pretty much, a house that's solidified, mine, even if it's a condo, but something that's solidified that is mine. Have the money to trick off, like how people be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy designer this or these dunks or whatever because the child gonna be running up out of them. Me, and when I become a parent, oh, I don't care. I want to trick off money like that because I have it to trick off. Like, that's me being a mom or being a parent in general.
So crazy is, like, I was not offended, I was not hurt, but my mama, she was like, I can't wait to see the day you have a child because you're gonna have to give up that sense of independency that you have and that's so strong to give to someone else. Like me, I go tricks off. Oh baby, I go drop a bag every weekend almost. I don't have no responsibility. So for me to think like half my check gotta go to a shorty,
What's shorty?
I never like was like that girl. Like, oh yeah, married baby. Like I love marriage in its own entity. I love children in its own entity. Yeah, I don't want to get married today and then tomorrow have a baby.
Yeah.
Cause like I want to enjoy you. Like I want to enjoy what we have.
Like
because you gotta be strong. Oh,
I'm talking
locked
about
in.
You have to be real locked in. Like,
hard
like
work.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, not to be funny, but I want to be the type of parents where my kids be like, I want to be like my mom and my daddy. Like they are so in love. Like
you have to mold this human that you've created to be a asset to society.
A well
like
human.
You get an asset to society. You don't want to make it a liability. You don't want it to make it the next Jeffrey Dahmer or the next killer, the next rape. Like you don't want that because
that reflects. It's a direct reflection.
It is, and I mean, but at the end of the day, it's still like you play a major role. And as much as people like, they grow and be who they want to be. No,
they
learn habits. They see things, they experience things, they go through things that you put them in situations to be in. Have childhood trauma. Do you have adult trauma? Do you have any trauma? Do you think therapy is acceptable?
And let's go to trauma. Like a childhood trauma. Like let's really talk about it. You know how some people be like, oh my God, I met this person and I feel like I knew them my whole life. It's not a good sign. Like it's cool to like have somebody feel warm, like nervous around and stuff like that. It's a difference to be like, oh, I felt like I knew this person my whole life. Drop a gem on y'all. When y'all feel like that, that is literally y'all childhood trauma or traumas in y'all life coming in and identifying things and being like, okay, this is a comfortable, safe point. That does not always mean that it's somebody that you should be around, somebody that you should be with, or somebody that you pursue. That means that's somebody that's actually a red flag. And they think that you should just identify your traumas as a person, and that go back to a conversation that we had about basically being in a room with yourself by yourself and learning yourself wholeheartedly. Because when you learn yourself wholeheartedly, then you're gonna have that point where you know your childhood trauma. You know things that trigger you. You know things that make you upset. Like you know all the things that are bad for you that make you act irate or trigger you in a certain type of way.
How we take the time to date and get to know people. We know our best friends, we know our friends, we know our mom, we know our dad. We don't even we don't sit and meditate with ourselves. Like as human beings, I feel like all of us, like we're so involved in everything outside of us, we forget to contribute to inside of us. As a young adult, like definitely learn yourself. Like learn what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what don't make you happy. Base, you can have that person, you can have that friend, that family member, but honestly know you so you can confide in yourself. You know what I mean? Because everybody that's around you always doesn't have the best interest for you. Even if it feels like
you can't experience.
Well, they the first ones that got ill intentions.
They might not tell nobody nothing. They just might be thinking it.
They're the people who don't clap.
And just because they're around you and they thinking it, that's enough. That's enough.
Because I guarantee those people, okay, the people who we talking about is the people who, when you have like big things going on, they never gonna clap you or never just celebrate you. If you have people around you who don't celebrate you and they got other stuff, they always try to bash you for every good thing you say. They gotta say good two things about themselves.
Like, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Those are people who you definitely shouldn't just be around.
Like I tell people, you gotta know how to differentiate those people. Sometimes it might seem like, oh, they not clapping for me, but sometimes you gotta consider other people too. But think about sometimes like what they going through.
Yeah.
What they got going on? How's their regular life? Like, did you check and see like
what they got going on?
Like you started treating them weirdly, but did you know like, they ain't been feeling
lost
good,
this person.
somebody just passed away. Like So I definitely I put that in all aspects before I make my decision. If you weirdo,
I think everybody should just have that acceptable thing of some people just don't be wanting to be bothered, and that should just be enough.
I shouldn't have to have a reason. Okay. It should not be a reason. Just be like, I don't want to talk, and it's nothing wrong with that. Like it's nothing like I don't hate you. I love you.
Right.
I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to be bothered.
That's the last thing I'm gonna really touch on. So, both of us being in school, do you think college is a scam?
The biggest scam they've ever created. It's a scam because it was designed to weed out the people that they felt like definitely they couldn't get it. Like they definitely, college was actually designed to weed out us.
Black people.
They was doing that to get rid of us, so that we could not be on the same level as them. So they still and are still learning. We are the best and will always be the best. We will always dominate. We will always
They're gonna find a way to prevail, baby.
Anywhere you could do anything, you got the right connections.
That college is a scam.
Oh,
to a certain
sure.
extent though. I feel like college
Yeah.
is a scam to the people who are not doing like who don't want to be like a doctor or a lawyer.
One thing I will say, we did say a lot of downfalls of our generation, but let's talk about how we have paved the way
For a lot of good
for
stuff.
no degree.
We have created
We have created a wave that no other generation, no other time span could create. Our parents' generation.
I was just gonna say our parents' generation. It was very black, like it's just black and white. Like everything was just a strategic
It was
thing.
get a job, work,
make it still like make it stable for you. Do what you have to do,
be stable,
and make it something that's like make something out of nothing. That and find something.
So white collar because like I swear between my mom and dad's friends and my mom and dad like firemen, policemen, nurses,
They're all on the straight and narrow.
They're all just like same path, same, and it's no shade.
It's no shade because they need how they live.
We need them. Like we literally like who's gonna go put out the fire? Cause we ain't. We're definitely not doing it. Like we're definitely not doing it. Who finna go?
That is Tuesday's tea for y'all. Tune in to the page. See y'all on episode 2. And we hope y'all liked it. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram.
Like,
Subscribe.
comment, everything. Like,
Share. Definitely share. Put this on y'all story. If y'all want to come on here, definitely DM the page. If y'all got some questions that y'all want answered, definitely let us know.
Send us topics too.
Okay.
We'll talk about
anything. So y'all hope y'all liked it.